Hello, 713. Welcome to Module 4 preview. So we're still in theoretical perspectives, and we're just going to kind of keep looking more at specific theories and let you try them on in the play. So as always, look at your time on task and our due dates this week. There are no surprises. You have questions on Thursday and everything else is due on Sunday. So let's take a look at our readings. So since we're going through lots of theories, we don't want you to have to read every single theory and try every single theory on. We don't want to take that time, and we kind of understand that you may be looking at maybe 1, 2, or 3 theories that you're trying to choose, not all the theories in the world. So with that in mind, in your Uncover readings this week, you have a core reading or listening to a podcast. So you're going to listen to that podcast. And then after that, you're going to come down here to these entries and you're going to browse them. You're going to skim them, kind of like if you were picking out a suit for an interview. You're going to flip and look and think about how you might like that theory. And then you're going to pick 1 or 2 to try on. The trying on is going down to the Explore and finding an article that matches the theory you browsed. So you want to browse here in these entries and then pick 2 to really look more closely at. I wouldn't pick more than 2 as that would have a lot of time involved here. All right, so normally I say you guys are doing the questions, that's fine, but I do want to make a point here on the question assignment. The 5 o'clock Thursday due date is not it's not punitive in some way, or it's not really arbitrary. I'm trying to kind of have a discussion, asynchronous discussion through your questions. And that takes some preparation and time on my part. So at 5 o'clock, I shut it down and I start developing that guide that we're using. And then in the morning, I do the actual response video organizing what I picked up for the guide. So if you come in after the 5 o'clock, just go ahead and put it on the next question. So for example, if you don't make M4 question, just go ahead and put your question on M5. That's absolutely fine too. All right. So in your play, it's like M3, except now you're going to pick one of the theories that you browsed. And there were several. So it might be constructivism or phenomenology or hermeneutics. And you're going to try it on. Look at your context. What would this say that you would need to take data on? What participants would you need for this? How might this answer questions, and what might those questions be? So you're going to play with one of the theories that you tried on in the readings. All right, your M4 Connect and your M4 Apply are actually related in this module. So the M4 Connect, the nuts and bolts of that is that you're going to use the table or tables that you see in M4 Apply, and you're going to think about your research questions, your theories and frameworks, and how does the framework relate to the research questions? Or you can think about theories and how it might relate to your context or intervention. And you'll see that in 4 in a second. You have you're going to take this to your peers and discuss this. So you're going to take turns discussing it and giving critical and constructive feedback to one another. This can be feedback from your area of expertise. It could be from the readings that we've had, or it could just be from your scholarly curiosity, or something, maybe feedback that your instructors have given you that you want to share with your peers here. So there is a spreadsheet And the groups are currently assigned. We assigned them the best we could, taking into account what we know about your time zones and what we know about what theories and situations that you're working with. It's not perfect, but these are the groups, and you'll want to get in contact with them, which you can on Slack, of course, now, and decide a time. Make sure the time zone's in there, and then link the Zoom room that you guys will be meeting in. Now, of course, we understand that sometimes it's not possible to meet synchronously. If that is the case, we would like you to use the direct messaging feature in Slack and to create a chat channel for the group members. So you would be M4 Connect group, and maybe use your initials. Anyway, when you do this, please also add the instructional team to your chat if you are doing the asynchronous method. Now, that's due on Sunday, as is the actual apply that is in your notebook for your instructors. So you're going to kind of, the best way to do this is take the peer feedback and some of the things that you talked about, and then come back to these tables and say, all right, how can I integrate some of the feedback that I've had from the instructors before and what maybe the peers were talking about in my Connect? And then just fill out these tables. And it's not just like one line. It's fine to write a lot under the tables. So option 1 table is if you're not perfectly happy with your research questions and their relationship to theory. Also, if you're thinking about more than one theory and you want to know how they might overlap, this is a great table for this. So you would put your theory or concept in. You would think about how does it help you look and think about the context specifically. You'd want examples from the context that match the theory. How does this theory maybe help you design the intervention, like which pieces of the intervention are related to the theory? And then what kind of data from the intervention in your context does this theory help you think about? Now, it's okay, say you have 3 theories that you're working through here. If there's an NA in one of these, if there's an NA in all of them for one theory, then of course you don't need that theory. Or if there's a lot of overlap where you're saying, okay, this is how it helps, this is how it helps, it'll help you kind of really visually see how your theories may be synthesized, interacting in the action of designing the research and the intervention study. So this is for if you're at that stage. Now, if you know exactly what your theoretical framework and concepts are, and you have nailed down your research question, option 2 is for you. You need to relate the research questions to the concepts. Very specifically, show us where the language is, show us how that will help, how this theory helps you understand your context and where to look, and how this is reflected in the research questions. All right. And that's it. So remember, M4 Connect and M4 Apply are connected and related this week. You're going to kind of use feedback from peers. You can do that. We hope you do that synchronously, but there is an option for asynchronicity. All right. Thank you and enjoy your week.